since childhood itself, there used to be some kind of state of saturation. Very early childhood.
Like, how old were you then?
So I think the earliest thing I remember was when I was maybe 4 years old, or even
4 years old?
or even younger. I will tell you by saturation. What I mean is, if I see people in some function or simply chit chatting nicely on a weekend or playing some game and doing something, just passing their time, I would feel great sorrow as if some tragedy has struck kind of thing. At that time, I don't know why I'm crying, but I would cry and cry and cry, and people would probably think that he's crying because I was a child. Why is he crying? He's crying for something. It continued as I grew up, and as I grew up, I started understanding. It started getting articulated. Brain started growing. I started getting articulated. So the articulation was, why are people living life as if this is the ultimate kind of thing? There must be something more. Why are they living as like this when so much of so many things are rotting inside? They are bound to come out. Suffering is going to happen. So why are they considering and living as if this is the ultimate? In a marriage function, everybody is as if this is the ultimate thing in life. So there is some kind of saturation and some kind of sorrow as to why people are living like this. And it went on and on. Then naturally, I started getting attracted to spiritual literature. I didn't read a lot of things. The only two things I read was Paramahamsa Yogananda's autobiography of a yogi. So that it brought about a boost also. It brought about it increased the saturation also in a way, because now it looked impossible. It looked so difficult because the way the book is written, it's all full of mystical things.
Yeah.
So this is so difficult. This is not possible. Then further, more heaviness, more depression, more it's actually intensity rather than depression. Because when you say depression, people usually give up. Depression means giving up. I don't know what more. Here, there is helplessness of the psychological faculty, but I intuitively know there is something more. I don't know what it is. So that I read that, and I read some Kannada Bhagavad Gita literature also. That also gave me some kind of intensity. But still, I didn't take it as some kind of affirmation that I know something. I didn't convert it into knowledge. Then in 2004, for some reason, accidentally, I went to Svyasa, actually. For some camp, 10 day, it was a 10-day yoga camp. At that time, Vajpayee government has come to power and they wanted to uplift Indian culture and all that. So they started doing this yoga, promoting yoga. They wanted to conduct inter-university yoga camp. I went. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I went. But those 10 days, it gave me the first experiential confrontation to what a spiritual process is. And I came to taste something. You can say I tasted sattva. It's paradox. You will experience a great intensity and stillness at the same time. You will experience great energy and calmness at the same time. That's what meditativeness we call as meditativeness. I was only 20 at that time. Barely out of teenage. So that gave me a big kind of, it hit me very hard. And then I decided I am going to come to this place. After my engineering, I am going to come here. Then I tried coming. That time when I came for the camp, I was in the final year. After the final year completed, I tried coming. Didn't have sufficient courage. Then I thought I will work. I already had a job in Cognizant IT. I thought 1 year I will work and then come. I also had an education loan I had to repay. So the parents were telling me you have to repay that, then you do what you want. I thought I will work for 1 year, 2 years, then repay that and come. Then I went to US, then went by. So years went by. After 5 years passed, then I thought enough. And then I quit and came and did YIC, MSc. So I came back to SVSA. That was my kind of big intermediate goal for me. I want to come there, go there and live there. So I attended that MSc course. In the second year, I would say something definitively happened. If I have to put it as an analogy, I would say my shell kind of cracked.
Broke.
Cracked. It's not completely gone, it's cracked. And I saw beyond, even now it is cracked, the ease with which I can see beyond our present identifications is increasing. The ease with which I can come to it is increasing. But first time definitively it happened when I was at Asvyasa, and it happened mostly because of the path of inquiry. And I won't explain that because
It's in the book. For that you will have to buy the book.
that also. But I started realizing it doesn't appeal to many people, it doesn't suit many people also. It doesn't. Jnana Yoga, the path of inquiry as a core path, it won't suit many people. At that time I didn't know it, but it intuitively happened with me because I am very analytical, and so logic will come to a dead end, and because of that something more will happen. See, people think Jnana Yoga means because of the intellect you will go somewhere.
You will go.
Because of intellect you will not go anywhere. Because of the intellect you will come to see the limit of the intellect, you will get suffocated, and then it will crack. That is Jnana Yoga. Today how people are understanding Jnana Yoga is that
Accumulate.
yeah, they think knowledge will take them somewhere. Knowledge will not take you anywhere. Knowledge, if you are honest with your knowledge will bring you to the limit of your mind. You will start going, you will see the argument will go in circles, or it will go in infinite regression. It will end, it will come to an impasse. You will see it very clearly. That's why philosophy goes on and on.
On and on, yeah.
That's why debates go on and on, because it is finally it will come to a paradox. And both the sides, or none of the sides, are willing to accept it.
Yeah.
They want to simply hold on to one side of the paradox and argue for it. It won't work. So for me, the breakthrough was purely because of Jnana Yoga. The intensity of the intellect took me to the end of it, dead end of it. And now I don't even know what to think next. But I know something is there more. I don't know what more. And I am not that kind of person who will go and ask somebody, because I have seen very clearly intellect has come to end. Why will I ask somebody else anything?
Yeah.
They cannot help me anymore. So it is because of that suffocation that it cracked. It was in 2012 or something. So from that point onwards, I can say that I don't have questions. I mean, I don't have fundamental questions about life. That's not there.
Okay.
I can still explore many superficial things, like I can explore the dimension of energy now. Okay, what all technicalities are there? I can explore it if I want. But fundamental questions are not there.
Like, what is the purpose of my life?
Yeah, such questions won't come anymore. Actually, whatever mostly people ask,
Who is God? Where is God?
yeah,
Like
all
this
such
kind of
things. What is enlightenment? All that comes.